Hello and welcome to The Next Big Star. I'm your host, James Kelly, and my co-host is Ninon Duvert de Rosa.
We got it right!
And today we have with us, I'm going to forget his name, David Amitin?
Amitin.
David Amitin.
That's right.
And I kind of know of you. You were in the same movie I was in.
Ooh.
It's funny how you're in movies with people, but you never actually see them
No.
until the movie comes out.
Yeah.
Never got to know them. I know that person.
So why don't you introduce yourself? First, tell us a little about who you are, where you were born, family, and then we'll get into the movie thing.
Okay. Well, in a nutshell, I was born in California, born and raised in the San Fernando Valley, so I was a Valley guy during that time in the 80s. I went to college in California. And I was a high school dropout, but also a high school valedictorian.
Oh, so you balance one against the other.
Yes, because I went to 7 different high schools in 3 different states. My father passed away during that time, so it was kind of a rocky period.
Yeah.
But I was always a good student, so I managed to come back, and I was valedictorian. Then I went to college, and my friends and I started our own theater company in Orange County after we finished college. So stages in Anaheim, and it ran until last year. It was on for 30 years. It was open.
My goodness!
But
Congratulations.
Thank you. It was amazing. But the pandemic,
they wiped out a lot of people.
They wouldn't let us. They wouldn't let them, do anything. So they had to close it. Hopefully they'll reopen eventually. But for right now, it's still closed. So in 1995, I got bored and I decided to see the world. So I drove across the country, sold my car, and spent a year traveling through Europe and Africa and Asia. Came back. I lived in Oklahoma for a short time.
Where in Oklahoma?
In Oklahoma City.
Okay.
Yeah, and then I wanted to have civilization, so I came here.
I moved here from Oklahoma.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah. Wise guy.
Their bingo is really good, and they have good steaks.
Right.
Other than that.
No.
But
not much
people are nice, but but it's so much more exciting here. There's so much more to do. So I came to Vegas.
So Vegas is exciting. It's more than exciting. It's like a little community on its own. It's like
for sure.
It's the entertainment of the world.
And the entertainment community here. Everybody kind of knows each other.
Yes.
So I started working with Troy Hurd at the Majestic Repertory Theater. Actually, it was the Onyx Theater then, and then he moved to the Majestic. So I did some shows with him, and then I decided to focus on film for the last 2 or 3 years, and that's what I'm doing now.
And you're married?
I am married. Yeah, I met and married my wife in Thailand. Her name is Burom, but we call her Dee. Okay. And we've been married for about 17 years. Our daughter is 16 years old now.
Oh, wow.
She's in high school. Yeah, she's great. And
you've had kind of the perfect life.
Oh, not perfect, but I've had a lot of experiences.
Well, you've traveled, you skipped school and went back, and you've done the perfect thing. You've done all the good things and the bad things.
I just decided I wanted to do what was going to make me happy. And if I wasn't happy, I was going to try something else and see if I could do that.
That's important.
I wish more people would do that. You know what my greatest saying right now is enjoy the journey, not enjoy the destination. Because sometimes you miss out the journey of what you're doing. You miss out this whole thing of life and love the destination.
But not only that, it's some people are really into the things. What can I buy? I want this thing. I want that thing. I didn't really want things. I wanted experiences. Yeah. So that's what I did. I went after experiences more than things.
2 of us. I did the same thing.
High five, if we could. Okay.
And that's what's important is, you live your life on your terms.
Yes.
Not on someone else's.
Right.
That's very important.
It's very hard to do that.
It is difficult.
Especially after you get married. You can do a lot more to that when you're a single person.
Yes, I do agree with
that. I agree too. So now let's get into, you just turned an actor 2 or 3 years ago, you said?
Well, no, I've been acting since I was 15 years old. In the theater,
now you're doing movies.
My theater group did a movie in California called The Last Drive-In, where I was a script supervisor and I was an actor, and I did a little bit of writing on it too. But really focusing on film was here in Vegas with...
How did you end up in Las Vegas?
I was working for the auto adjuster for insurance. Okay. And I was able to transfer out here doing that.
So you chose to come out here?
I wanted to come here. Well,
I didn't transfer you chose.
No, I wanted to come here because I was brought up in Los Angeles. Since we were only 4 hours away, we used to come here all the time anyway. And it's funny because people think about, like, in California, you probably go to Disneyland all the time. But no, because you live there, you don't go there all the time.
Right, yeah.
Well, you don't go.
And now I don't go to the casinos very much now that I live here.
And by 9 o'clock, everybody's gone. They're all at home, or nothing's happening in California. Whereas Vegas, it definitely is 24 hours a day. If you want to
there's always something going on.
If you want to go out 3 o'clock in the morning, you can go.
Mm-hmm. I love it here. And it's 3 times less expensive to live here as it is in California.
That's for sure.
Yes.
So you got involved in the movies. We've talked about a couple you were involved in.
Yeah.
And I actually had a connection to both of those.
Yeah, that's funny.
Yeah. I think it was 2, maybe 3, but I know for sure.
Well, let me tell you about the first one. The first thing that I did, I was on Facebook, and there's some sites, with Las Vegas actors and other ones, and they said we want fat guys to do this poker video. And so,
I can go for that.
I'm a fat guy. I could do that, I guess. They're gonna pay me for it, Could play poker. So apparently,
you love poker.
Yeah, why not? I could pretend I'm good at it anyway. And so there was this thing. There was a real poker star. This guy named I forget what his name was, but this guy, and he had done this video with a bunch of sexy model girls, and they were making a parody of it, and they wanted a pretty girl with a bunch of big fat guys. So I went there, and I was sitting in my underwear for 3 hours playing poker. And don't look it up. You can find it on YouTube, but don't look it up because it's very embarrassing.
They're going to look it up now because you said that.
I shouldn't.
Don't forget, I've got your email, your phone number, and your real name.
I didn't say what the name of it is, though. I did not say what the name.
We can find that out. Don't worry.
But I mean, I met Trap Gambino there. I met Raph. Raph was going to be on your show there.
Know Trap?
Yeah.
Trap and I have a very long relationship. I don't want to go into it now.
He's a good guy. No, he's a good guy.
To know a lot of people.
He's turned around. I had him on my show 2 weeks ago. He came on my show.
I saw that.
He's turned around.
He turned around for that show.
He turned around for that show.
No, give him a chance.
I mean, I knew Trap very well. We had his family over at our house for Thanksgiving. I used to drive him around. We did several projects together, so I know him very well. I'm not going to badmouth him here, so that's fine. But yeah.
After the show.
After the show, if you want, we could talk. So I'm not going to do that.
Well, it's fair game after all. Look what he did to you, Ninon.
But he did apologize. He did awful things to me.
My point is,
yes,
it's still fair game, regardless if he did apologize to you.
Yes.
But anyway, no, we like Trap.
Yeah.
But anyway, the thing is that, so now
I wish
you met Trap. Yeah, you met Trap.
What does that mean?
Then you got involved in a couple movies. What was the first movie you got involved in?
Probably with Joe Espinoza. He did the shorts.
He did some shorts.
Did Reverse with him first, and then I did The Last Case with him, which was a much bigger role. And then I had that small role in Dilection. Okay. I did so many little things, that have come around and gone.
Short films.
But I'm working with the People's Group now. Bobby and Renee are fantastic, and Kay Rock and Roll Brown is great. Love her.
With you, aren't I?
Yeah. Bobby and Renee have been in here several times.
Yeah, I did a little thing with Joe Taraffi not too long ago.
Yeah.
So, and then Stephen Krasner is doing a film called The Substitute, and I'm supposed to work with him on that one next month. So that'll be another person I can.
Do you find the film industry in Vegas is really building up? It's getting bigger and bigger, isn't it?
Well, it's exploding right now because everybody was waiting for that year when we couldn't do anything, and now they can. So let's go. And I'm doing a project every week. It seems like.
And that's cool.
So I want to talk a little bit about K's because that's what we want to talk about was KK Brown.
Yeah.
And that one, The Junkie Warrior.
The Junkie Warrior, really good, really interesting.
Yeah, it's a different film. It's definitely out there.
It's dark. There's a lot of
What is it about?
Well, she has her boyfriend, and they're users and abusers, and murders happen, and it's very there's a lot that goes on.
This sounds like the tape trial.
It's like
heavy drama with action. People,
and it involves the military.
Yeah, he was a soldier, and he gets kicked out because of things.
I actually arrested.
I don't want to. Oh, did you? I don't want to give away.
I have a small cameo in that one.
Oh, really? Good for you. Good for you.
I was supposed to just. Oh, I told you the story before. Yeah, Jory just sort of.
You can say it again.
Because
this is a different show. He was just on my show, Vegas.
Yeah.
So tell the story.
Well, Kay, I asked for people to come to be extras.
Yes.
Background for this Narcotics Anonymous scene. I said, okay, why not? I'll meet some new people, and she sent me the script, and the script was about this scene, which only would have lasted on film about 90 seconds, and a Narcotics Anonymous meeting should last for half an hour or something.
So you made her aware of that.
So I said, Kay, I'm not stepping on your toes. If you don't want to do it, that's cool, but maybe you should think about making that scene longer, or else do some camera edits so you can show the clock moving around or something. And she wrote back and she said, you know what, that's a really good idea. I'm going to write you a scene. And she's awesome. She wrote me a scene. And I have this big monologue in it now.
Big monologue, and
it's fantastic.
Which you can use for all your other reels.
It's on my reel already.
There you go.
I'll show it to you.
Yeah, so we really know a lot of the same people.
That it's that community, everybody kind of knows everybody.
And I actually shot both those films were shot in parts of it was shot in the studio.
Wow, cool. Yeah.
And was that the scene for the woman that came in and did the? Oh, that was a painting scene. That's another film.
No, that's a different one.
Different film. Yeah.
That hasn't been done yet. That was just for a trailer.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's mine. That's going to be my film down the road.
Oh,
awesome.
So my name is David.
And has my resume.
I will send you my reel.
And I'll tell you where you can find me.
But no, we have a lot of plans here. We hope that things keep going, and we hope we can put a lot of people to work in this community.
Good.
Yes.
And that's truly the reason why Quirky Minds Media came about, was the idea of helping the small independent productions and getting them a chance anyway.
Yes.
So.
Yeah.
Great.
But I love KK's because I don't think she was ever the person that she portrayed in the film. I hope not.
No, I hope not.
Because she did a psychedelic scene here that she's one heck of an actress when it came to that scene. But it was kind of interesting,
She did a scene, the scene that I was in with her after we were done, she did a scene with Renee Peoples where they're fighting over guns and they're smacking each other around and stuff, and it gets really intense.
And does she do it in real?
Yeah, she got smacked down pretty good.
Yeah.
And we should mention that Bobby and Renee have their own production company, and they have their own
The
movies.
People's Network, yeah. And they're doing feature films, they're doing webisode series, they're doing all kinds of
doing
two or
good.
3 films for Hallmark, I think.
Mm-hmm.
I know.
And Lifetime, I think.
Oh, Lifetime.
Lifetime, yeah, Lifetime.
Yeah, they're great. They're great to work with also, because again, they don't mind if you bring your own flavor to it. You can add things, and they're good with that. So
I've got to be in a movie with them then.
You
I
should.
love my own flavor. Because sometimes you see a scene and you think, well, that's not really how I would do it or how it should be, but can we do it this way? And if they don't mind, I love it.
What I also like about people like Joe, who did
Joe Espinoza,
he did the Delectiona, and then Kay, is that I'm not going to say I'm a procrastinator, but it takes me a little bit longer to get my footing on a project, whereas they don't hesitate. They just go out there and they do it. I don't even know if they really worry too much about the financing. They know they have a little bit in place, and then as luck has it, as they go, I guess they finish up with whatever they need.
Yeah, I think Joe has an investor.
Yeah, but they've got a lot of good people, because they've got a lot of, if they're working for Hallmark and all those different people, then they've got a good name behind them. So therefore people will invest because they become trusted. And once you become trusted in the film business or any business like this, other people will come in and help you.
Plus they make like their own kind of repertory theater where they have their own crew they use every single time. They can sort of speak in shorthand. It goes faster, cheaper. You can,
they all know how each other works.
Yeah, so you can do it. You can do it
cut
easier.
Corners and everything.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Without it looking like you're cutting corners.
Yes.
It still looks good though.
So how do you think you're going to be doing in the future? Are you looking forward to more and more? Since you said you work every week or so.
Like last week I did 3 different projects, I think. I did this thing called Mrs. Clown's Murders or something. And I did that thing.
I know.
Yeah. Well, like I was saying, do everything, because you never know what's going to be the thing that people are going to recognize you from. And you learn from everything that you do, and you get that much better. And so
I agree.
When your big thing happens, you're ready for it.
Right.
But so I'm going to be doing Songbird, which is a SAG film in Reno in October.
Now, who's behind Songbird? Because I just was reading about that.
Well, there's a casting director that I went through to get that. I have not met the director.
They had something on Facebook about that as well.
Yeah. A lot of Las Vegas performers are going to be in that.
That's what I've heard about, because I keep hearing the same. I keep hearing about it, but I don't know anything about it. But everybody's talking about it.
Yeah, it involves a nightclub in Reno with the singer and actors.
Singer?
I think.
Do you know what singer?
Well, it's a fictional singer. So yeah.
That's interesting.
But it should be. I'm excited to do it though. I'm really excited about that one. And then that Substitute's going to be in September also. And then I'm working with Tamia Dow next week.
He's definitely up and coming rising star.
So what are you doing with Tamia?
Tamia they have this Lucky Sevens film challenge where they give filmmakers $7,000 and you work 7 days, I guess, to make a film. And so they've done a bunch of them. Well, they've been doing it for the last 6 months, and hers, I think, is the last one. And
so they do them one at a time.
Yeah, they do them one at a time.
So everybody works together as a collaborative effort?
No, there's 7 different directors, and they have their own scripts. They're full-length scripts, one at a time. And I believe if you're an actor in one, you can't be an actor in another one.
Ah.
So, except for unless you're like a background or something. But for a major part, you can only do one. Because they want to give more opportunities for more actors in Vegas. So I'm going to be in hers, which is going to film next week.
What is hers?
Beginning of September.
What is hers? What is it about?
It's called Angel on the Roadside.
Oh, yeah.
I actually know about that one.
Yeah, I do too. Yes.
And it involves people who are homeless and it's faith based and so
yeah. Sounds good.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Well, it sounds like everything's going great for you
so far.
So do you do anything other than acting? Because we all have another career, or some of us do.
Well, I used to work in the insurance industry, but I'm kind of taking a break and trying to focus on this right now. Mm-hmm. And there's other things you can do. I mean, you can be a paid audience member for. I made $400 last week being a paid audience member for a show, and there's another one coming up on Monday for another $300, I think. And
that's good money.
So
for just sitting in an audience.
Yeah. It's great.
That's wonderful. You're going to go see me sitting in the audience.
Yeah, me too. We're going to join you.
We're going to.
Okay. Well, I'm not paying it.
We need to moonlight.
We need to get
but,
some
there's
money.
opportunities to make money doing things like that. So why not?
Yeah.
It's fun.
Yeah. That's called the side hustle.
Yeah.
Hey,
you
James,
get your gigs.
James, let's side hustle. Because see the two of us sitting there together.
They had that in Bangkok, but it was a whole different thing.
Oh yeah, I'm sure.
Now wait a minute, you were. I'm going to bring this up because he just said this on my show. You got paid.
Yeah.
David got paid to have a lap dance.
And it wasn't the first time. I've done 3 different
Listen to
films
this
where I've been in a
And
strip
your wife,
club.
does she know about this?
We've been married for 17 years. She's beyond caring about this.
Enjoy.
Yeah,
He
have
got
fun.
paid $200. This is a scene in a movie.
Yeah, Stealing Chaplin, which was a film that was in the big theaters all over the country, with the ones that were open, and there was it was about a fictionalized version of Charlie Chaplin's body was stolen, and by these 2 inept criminals, and they tried to ransom Chaplin's body. It happened, I think, actually in the Netherlands or somewhere, but they moved it to Vegas for some reason. Okay, it was fun. It was fun.
You didn't mind?
No, it's fine. So they had this scene in a strip club, and I said, "Yeah, let's go." And they had me sitting in the strip club, and they had a naked girl on top of me, and because it was a 2-minute scene, but you have to do it 10 times with all the different camera angles. So by the time I was done, I had an hour-long lap dance, and they paid me $200 for it. So
I think this is so amazing.
So why would I do insurance?
To insure yourself. He has to insure himself now, so you don't get damaged.
Right.
Yeah, there you go.
It's a good. I'll get damaged. That's fine.
Well, that sounds like you're having a
Mentally
great time.
and physically.
Yeah. And then there was an Italian movie I did last year with Trap, and we were in a strip club again getting lap dances. So
With Chap Gambino?
yeah.
Oh yeah.
I did several projects with him.
But he was also getting a lap dance.
We were rainmakers. We were throwing money up on the stage for the girls. Yeah.
So they call them rainmakers.
Yeah, you're making it
Like
rain,
rain
right?
money. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Raining money.
I'm not rich enough for that. I can only make it partly cloudy.
Oh yeah. There you go. Exactly.
I have no idea what they're
Now
talking
he's a
about.
comedian too. He's changing careers.
Well, I'm a writer, you see. So
So
You can change anything.
what's coming up next for you? I know you mentioned the Songbird, but anything else?
Well, that's as far as I've gotten to for
That's
now.
far as
That's the end of that's been to the end of October.
And you said you
So-
write, so have you written any scripts?
I have. Well, I had a theater company in California I was with for 10 years, and I wrote about 10 different full-length plays, and directed 10, and acted in more than 100 because we just did show after show after show.
Have you ever written any short plays?
Well, we did like Saturday Night Live kind of sketch comedy things. And we called them head cheese shows, and I did a lot of the sketches for that kind of thing. But I did but I think some of my full length scripts could be made into movies because they're
No,
easy
I
to
mean like
shoot.
short plays, like 15-minute, 20-minute plays.
No,
Always full length?
Usually full length,
Yeah.
unless we were doing the sketches. Yeah.
There's a reason I'm going to ask. I'll get with you after.
Okay, all
I'm
right.
still trying to figure this
I have a
out.
few things. Well, yeah.
No, he's got something. James has something in mind.
I've done some one acts. They're more like 45 minutes than 20, but yeah.
Okay,
You've done
well,
one
that's not
acts?
too
You've just actually done it yourself?
Written them, you mean? Yeah.
Written them as a one act, but have you actually performed
Yes.
as a one act?
They were all produced.
I love, do you know, it's one thing I love one acts. And I remember seeing in Beverly Hills, Charlton Heston did a one-act play in one of the theatres in Beverly Hills, and I've never seen anything more beautiful than just one person sitting on stage and grabbing you.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely. And for me, it's just amazing. So I
That's
love
soliloquy and
yeah,
everything.
yeah.
Well, I want to thank you for being on our show today.
That was fast. Okay.
Right.
Nina,
Nina,
flies.
Thank you.
Ninon, we can see you on Ninon.
Oh, we can see me.
Live.
Yes, I'm on Vegas Live with Ninon, which is on YouTube as well. Just look up for Vegas Live with Ninon. And then I also have another one called Ninon Speaks, and we've just won 11 awards for this particular show. So we've done very well. Show Ninon Speaks has only been up a year, so we're doing very, very well with that one. Extremely well. And so everything's going great. And I have a cooking show too, but actually, my poor cook, he just got the virus. So he's had 10 days quarantine. He just opened a restaurant. The restaurant's closed, and we can't do our show. So it's all a bit of a disaster. It'll all come back, and it'll be perfect. Yeah. I love my cooking show. It's called In the Kitchen with Ninon and Tarantino.
Mm-hmm.
Fantastic.
All right. So, David, where can we learn more about what you're doing?
You can find me on Facebook with just my name. I'm on IMDb, which has all my resumes.
And your name is Amitin.
Amitin, yeah.
David Amitin.
David Amitin.
Okay.
Or IMDb is you can see my reels and all the rest of it, and my resume and all that sort of thing. So yeah, let me know if you need me. I'm ready to work. I will work for. I will act for food.
Well, David, I will, but I don't do any lap dancing, so we got to.
Oh well.
Yeah, shucks.
Maybe.
Well,
James, we don't ask that. I want to ask this time, James. What do you do in your studio?
Yes.
James Kelly, come on. What do we do here?
Not a whole lot.
Yeah, but I mean,
no, I don't think so. I've seen your calendar. You've
wait
got a lot
a
of things
second.
going
They
on.
can rent your studio out.
Yes, they can rent the studio out. We have a green screen. We have the podcast room here.
Okay.
I don't know.
So if every time you want to do your iPods and all different things, there's lots of things you can do. Don't forget Quirky Minds Media. They are amazing, and of course James Kelly.
See, there it is. That's my ad all
That's
wrapped up in it.
fantastic commercial right there.
Absolutely.
So thank you again for being on the show.
Thank you.
And again, remember, just remember you are always a star, no matter who you are.
You're always a star.
That's right.
Thank you very much. Thanks for being on the show.
Thank you.
Take care.